just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
John Hightower now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. From the gun, Mayfield.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On third down, Mayfield.
Get this into the hands of Van Jefferson.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Fourth down, Mayfield.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they wind up getting 13 there on fourth down.
That's good.
A give up the middle to Akers. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
Mayfield now from the 50. That's now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. The 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hightower. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. First down, Mayfield.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Second and 4 at the 27-yard line.
Point it right.
From the 27, Mayfield.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Well, the Rams had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mayfield to throw it. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Now that'll be caught by Kupp.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Rams are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taken from about the 12.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards to pick up there.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They never went crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
I haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone, and with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays, eat up chunks of yardage, and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Run, run, run. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Play fake. Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. Again, Jackson. His throw incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Jackson on first down.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Hey, alert 33.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And taken down, but not before a beautiful little hurdle. Sometimes it can be dangerous there. It earned him the first.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
Dobbins running out of the gun. Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Down inside the 10.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
First and goal at the
13.
They'll run here with Edwards. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there. In this game, so far, he's been denied.
Jackson will keep it, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Hightower not going to attempt to run back, and his guys will begin at the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a three-possession game.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Throwing, Mayfield. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of the player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On second and 9, Jackson.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Now it's Jackson. And it's caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hightower. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. Mayfield looks to throw.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Rams on third down, just for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Dobbins trying the left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Hightower not going to attempt a run back, and his guys will begin at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Mayfield now from the 50. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Roquan Smith. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things.
Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
Mayfield's throw is complete into the hands of Higbee.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. From the 29, Mayfield. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Mayfield now. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them. Bring it up 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second.